All right, so I'm sure everybody's seen something like this around campus. If you haven't, you probably need to stop looking at your feet or phone or whatever you're looking at. Um, some of you probably know what it is. A lot of you probably don't. Well, it's a disc golf basket. What is disc golf? Glad you asked. It's according to an article titled "The Rise of Disc Golf: A Greener Alternative to Golf" on treehugger.com. Disc golf is the fastest growing sport in America in the last 30 years. It's played basically just like golf, with the major difference being you're using a disc rather than a ball and clubs. The objective is simple. You got to get it from the tee pad into the target, which was the basket I just showed, in the fewest amount of throws. This scoring is the same as regular golf. It's played to par. There's par 3, 4, and 5, just like your traditional golf, and use the same lingo: par, birdie, bogey, double bogey for some of us. A big difference between disc golf and regular golf is the courses. When you go play golf, you expect to get on a cart and drive around a beautifully manicured, big area of beautiful grass. Disc golf, you can put a course anywhere. Obviously, we have a course just around the open land we have here. Disc golf has courses varying from open, like this one, to in the woods, just going straight through trees and the mountains. It's one of my favorite parts about it because there's so many variations of disc golf courses. Now, obviously, you don't need to put a disc on a tee to tee it up. So the tee pads are a little bit different. They have more like just a slab of concrete, usually, is the most common tee pad in disc golf. But there's also natural tees, which is just grass or dirt or whatever is naturally there, usually marked by a line of some sort. And then there's also turf, which are just like the concrete, just covered in turf. Now, the targets are different than golf too, because it would be pretty frustrating trying to fit this into a hole with a stick in it. Which brings us back to the original picture here. But according to PDGA.com, disc golf was originally played aiming at trees and hula hoops when it first started out, until the mid-'70s when the inventor of the first Frisbee and the father of disc golf, they call him, Steady Ed Hedrick, invented or patented his pole hole, which is the first version of this, and it's now what is used all over the country and all over the world. Now, what do you need to play disc golf? Well, you really need the disc, or several, or some people use a whole bunch. This picture over here on the right is Paul McBeth's bag. He's the #1 rated player in the world. Great guy. I've met him a couple times, and he uses a bunch. Why do you need so many? Well, they're all different. I have 3 here with me, and they're all different. Just like in golf, you wouldn't just take one club, excluding miniature golf. So they have drivers, just like golf, that has the sharper edge, designed to just be thrown as far as you can. And then you have mid-range discs, which are about like your irons in golf. And then putters, which is a lot more rounded, designed for being really controlled, throwing it straight. This is the most similar thing to a regular Frisbee that you're used to just passing, because you're aiming at the target with this one, so you're basically passing with the target is what you want. Now, there are other types of discs that are between each of these, like you would represent like a 3-wood or a chipping wedge would be between a putter and a mid-range. So it's not limited to just these 3. And another reason you need so many is they all do something different. This one actually it's called a destroyer. It's it's known as being a disc that I know that if I throw it just with a regular backhand, it's going to curve left. But I have other discs that I know if I throw it with a regular backhand, it'll either curve right or go very straight. They all act differently. Paul Macbeth, the picture I showed you, he carries 6 destroyers, the same disc, but they're all different plastics, which makes them fly different. And he's used them more. Once they get beat in, they fly differently. So he carries 6 of those, and he knows exactly how all of them fly. One of my favorite things about disc golf, and probably the reason I started playing, is anyone can play. It's very beginner friendly, easy to learn. This is a picture of my nephew not long after his first birthday, just playing on a little miniature set we have at our house, and it's even he loves it. So, in conclusion, disc golf is very similar to golf in fact that in the rules and the way you play. Just we're throwing frisbees, which makes it a lot less stressful, easier for beginners to learn, and it's great exercise hiking around the mountain, which makes it tons of fun to play, and it's one of my favorite hobbies.